The National Basketball Association and the Detroit Pistons are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. In case of such behavior, you are subject to rejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest fire, security, or real staff. Fans, we can't wait to see you after that home game. Every single one of you that attend will get your own.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Great to have you with us, sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Detroit Pistons going up against the Utah Jazz. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at New York, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Utah, they've had a cold stretch and are desperately looking to end their losing streak. You can bet tensions are high in that locker room.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. They've got Kyle Filipowski. Collier is out there with Thompson. Then it's Walker Kessler. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward position. And for Detroit, Ivey and Thompson are the 2 and the 3. Harris and Duren together in the middle. And it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league. So it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
Now here's Duren over Markkanen. Duren, no good. And here's Markkanen. And here's Thompson for 3. Connects from downtown.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Thompson outside. About a minute played here so far in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Cunningham passes to Duren. Stolen by Kessler. Now Thompson. What a tremendous game he played against Boston. Sinks the tray.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early. You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that
one. Launches a 3. The rebound by Detroit. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Well, that's the thing about Tobias Harris. You think of him as a high-volume three-point shooter, but historically, he actually takes a lot more twos.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Here's Ivey. Kessler with a rebound. Utah has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And Thompson gets it to go.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Markkanen against Thompson. For 3, here's Harris. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. On offense, here's Utah. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Following the 3 by Utah. Duren the screen. Here's Cunningham. Kessler with a rebound.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Collier. Markkanen outside. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Markkanen. 18 points for AI.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. The Pistons second.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
Good. Utah leading by 14. Thompson outside. Pass to Filipowski. Kessler up top. Thompson outside. Takes a three. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And the basket is good.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Thompson right side. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Thompson's got 24.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And the dunk by Duren.
Easiest work of the night for Duren. He barely had to elevate.
The Jazz have gone 8 of 10 shooting. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Who's watching here?
Here's Thompson. A rebound by Detroit. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Well, that's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
Here's Collier. No points yet. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. He's watched by Cunningham. Releases. Again, Utah, good for 2.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Pistons trail by 19. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Thompson against Ivy.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost. That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Duren. Give him 8 points now. Ivy outside.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass. So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam?
Offensive screen.
For the Pistons, Robinson, he's checked in for Thompson, and LeVert subbed in for Ivy. Utah making a switch here. Jazz leading by 20. On the wing, Thompson. He's checked by LeVert. From outside the arc, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And the dunk by Duren.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
The three from Thompson. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
LeVert outside. Outside Robinson. And the three-pointer goes.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Pass to Thompson. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. LeVert outside. A minute 39 left in the first quarter of the game. Harris misses. And the Jazz with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. And here's Thompson for three. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Detroit shooting about 47% during this first quarter. Robinson passes to Cunningham. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Cunningham's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, and I like Cunningham from the mid-range area of the floor. It's the most difficult place for a defense to run extra traffic at you.
Now here's Thompson. He has 45 points. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Robinson. And here's Detroit. And here's Cunningham outside. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Cunningham's got 8.
Yeah, Cunningham is good from there. He loves the short corner three.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Thompson. Again, Utah good for 2.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Now here's Cunningham. 29 points for him last game against Memphis.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
Robinson gets the bucket.
Once you're in your shooting motion, it's tough to shift gears like that. But he found a teammate for an open look.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by LeVert.
Well, it's a miracle that pass wasn't picked off. Instead, it goes out of bounds.
He gets it up. And yes, another basket.
Oh my goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that...
He's checked in for the Pistons. Ivy comes in for Robinson. Then for Utah, Filipowski, he's checked in for Niang. Thompson comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's Collier in for Williams. Here's Thompson. And good! There's another!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Ivy outside. Can't get it to fall.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is. His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Thompson outside. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. And again, the Pistons missing. Utah has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, BA, on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
On the wing, Thompson. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Pure from three-point range.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Okay, the Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to...
And again for three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. LeVert outside. Thompson left side. Back to Ivy. And here's LeVert for three. Here's Stewart. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Duran, he's checked in for the Pistons. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood. Good! Another from three.
It has been raining threes for him, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit? Shot from 12, and that one's good. Cunningham's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
And here's Thompson for three, and again for three.
And the threes just don't stop. Another shot and another make.
Yes, and he's starting to creep up that list now for the most three-pointers in a game. We'll see if he keeps it going.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Thompson outside. Back to Ivy. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pass to Collier. The three from Thompson connects again from distance.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy.
And again for three.
And with that made three, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
Boy, he's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long. What a shooting performance. Down low. Here's Duran. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Kessler.
As of right now, Jalen Duran kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duran is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
Harris outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Harris has got 5 points.
Well, I just love that response right there by Harris. You can tell this guy wants to compete.
And he gets it to go.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Ivy against Thompson. Pass to Duran. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Harris. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Filipowski. Thompson pulls it in.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
From the arc. Knocks it down from distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Cunningham outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Jazz. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know, for that matchup with Atlanta, that's one that I'm particularly curious about. Should be a fun matchup with the rosters those teams have.
And here's Thompson for three. Another one goes. Incredible.
90 points. A legendary performance.
We will be talking about this one for a long, long time. Pass to Harris. Ivy outside. A shot to stop the run. The rebound by Markkanen.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
She on the arc. Good. Another from three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Ivy outside. Ooh, Thompson with the block. In transition, here come the Jazz. Shot's good by Collier.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Cunningham with the ball. 15 points in the game. Out to Thompson. Back to Duren. Cunningham outside. Goes up on the wing. Thompson knocks it away. And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. Jalen Duren is second.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
It's been all Jazz. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
And we're seeing just how good this team is.
Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Harris outside. Cunningham on the wing. Shoots over Collier. Cunningham outside. Ivy outside. They still need this. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Struggling to get it going.
And again for 3.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance. And so it's Utah showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focus right now. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be back in a moment.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
Nothing off about this off guard. Don't call him a 2. He's been there 1.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Pistons.
I'll say this.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. All right, Legs, when it comes to rim protection, other than Victor Wembanyama, who's at the top of your list?
Well, certainly his fellow countryman Rudy Gobert would be up there, but I also like guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley because I like guys who combine shot blocking with mobility on the perimeter.
Such an influx of great talent with size in the NBA right now.
Great list of young guys who can do both.
Harris and Duren together in the middle. Ivy and Thompson are the 2 and the 3, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And he's going for the oop here. Thompson's shot is off.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
There is no...
Connects again from distance.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league, for all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
He's worked on his craft, improved even in his short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touch from deep, and that's not the only way he can score, that's for sure.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3. And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Harris outside. 90 seconds into the second half now. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. And Ivy gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Ivy's gotten his second bucket.
They finally got one to go, but not until they missed 3 straight to start the second half.
Kessler passes to Markkanen. And here's Thompson for good. Another from 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. To the paint. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
And you look for bright spots in this developing. And again for 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Shoots over Collier. And it's Cunningham missing.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And here's Thompson for 3. Good. He hits again. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Ivy outside. Now here's Duren. Cunningham outside. Let's go with a 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And here's Thompson for 3. Another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Here's Thompson. Will it go? And it's blocked by Kessler.
And another miss for him. It's been this way all night, and that is tough for his team to overcome.
The 3 from Thompson hits yet again. Wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Here's Ivy. And it's blocked by Kessler. Thompson against Ivy. Launches it. Thompson, no good. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Ivy passes to Duren. Uses the glass on the layup. Duren's got 20 points.
And another one goes for Duren. He has really found something out there tonight, and he is having a big night scoring.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
Unbelievable. Ivy living that life above the rim.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. From deep, and again.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss. Back to Cunningham. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's Collier. Thompson outside. And it's good. He hits another one.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history. And it's in there. Cunningham's gotten 4 this quarter.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Up top, Thompson. Ivy defends. Good! That's another bucket!
That score moving him clear into 3rd all-time for scoring.
Well, you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished. Back to Cunningham. Throws it up high. Very pretty alley-oop.
Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome! When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, connects again from distance.
Defenses around the NBA have to deal with his three-point marksmanship, and he's already proven in his rookie year there's very little you can do to slow him down.
It's been a lot of fun to watch him expand his skills this season, and lo and behold, he now... .125 left in the third quarter. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Utah.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce. Good! Another from three.
Well, as the three-point bombs just keep raining down, he just moved up one more rung on the all-time list for three-pointers in a rookie season.
Well, you got to think he's going to be one of the biggest draft picks in the last decade, maybe two. Hard to argue with how he's approached his three-point prowess. And the Jazz with possession here. Here's Thompson, and it's Utah scoring again. Here's Cunningham. He's got 21. Inside, here's Bogdanovich. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
That's a beautiful pass. You just love the way Cunningham generates offense.
Thompson outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Cunningham passes to LeVert. Takes it inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And LeVert is a tremendous athlete. Once he gets into the lane, he's terrific at finding ways to finish.
Thompson outside. And here's Bailey for three. And so it's Utah. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back after this word. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
And the Pistons shooting the rock well at 46%. So the Jazz 5 right now. Bailey out there with George Niang. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Sensabaugh in at the point. Here's Bailey. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
Yeah, and with those long strides, it doesn't take Bailey long at all to get up the floor.
And here's Detroit. Cunningham outside. Pass to Stewart. And here's LeVert. And he throws it down with one hand.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And it's Bogdanovich that time on the assist from LeVert.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Thompson. The three. The Pistons clear it. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
The shot by LeVert, no good.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
He shoots it. Again, Utah, good for two.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Cunningham, driving inside, up and in on the layup. Cunningham's got 23.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
The three from Thompson. Again! What an avalanche!
And that score puts them even. A night I never thought we'd see.
Wow, and he's tied for the record point for point. One more score and he'll stand alone. Robinson gets the bucket.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Thompson. Here's Bailey. Yep, that one's good. Bailey's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's a key bucket for Bailey, showing he can make a difference on the glass.
Now here's Cunningham. Not a lot of room. Bogdanovich from long range. Drops in the three.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Thompson outside. Oh, connects again.
What a moment. It's one for the history books. Again, he has set the record for the most points ever in a single game.
Unparalleled scoring capability. We've seen it time and time again. There's really nothing he can't do on a basketball court when he sets his mind to it. Cunningham passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Stewart. Pass to Robinson. Cunningham outside. Clock at 4. The three is up. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The three from Thompson. Drills it from deep.
Just give him the ball. This guy is shooting lights out from deep.
Here's Cunningham. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Cunningham's got 25 points in the game. The Jazz have gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter.
You live for nights like this when it's all working and the rim looks so huge.
For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. To the middle. And finished off by Stewart.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
The Jazz have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth. The three from Thompson. Another three for Utah.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Detroit has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Thompson with a steal. Fast break Utah. Fires for 3. He drops it from range.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And here's Cunningham. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Pass to Niang. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Thompson for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Now here's LeVert. Stewart, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a step back. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. The Jazz shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. And Thompson gets it to go.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And Detroit is shooting a nice 50% for the game. Thompson against LeVert. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. The 3 from Thompson, counted from distance.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Here's Cunningham. It's good. Cunningham's got 12 points in just the second half.
And the defense was solid right there, but Cunningham was able to fight through it with better offense.
Thompson, no good. Detroit has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham passes to Robinson. Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering. But there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Thompson against LeVert.
And even on hostile ground, the fans have to respect what he's done tonight.
Boy, he's just filling it up and giving them their money's worth with his performance.
What else can you say about him? He is putting up a big number. He's found every way to dismantle this defense.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Bogdanovich. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson. And Jaden Ivey subbed in for LeVert.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The three from Thompson. And again for three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
And it's Ivey penetrating. Hey, from beyond the arc. The rebound by the Jazz.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Jazz.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for AI.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor. And something Ivey continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Thompson outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here's Detroit. Ivey, right side, puts up a 3. Rebounded by Nurkic.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And out of bounds, Detroit will have it.
And that's a foolish pass. Plain and simple.
So it's Detroit now. Thompson outside. Harris up top. Pass to Ivey. Nine seconds left in the game. Cunningham outside. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Now over to Dominic Hamill.
60 plus in the win for you, MP. Was I seeing things, or did you leave a few points on the board out there? It felt like you could have hit 70 if you wanted.
I took a lot of good shots, and I made a good share. I'm not trying to be greedy, Dominic. Everyone needs to eat. At a certain point, you got to leave well enough alone, or the basketball gods are going to get you.
Well, no one wants that, MP.
Definitely not me. Alrighty.
BA, over to you.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. See you next time.